Alright, it is time. Hey, Ratmus. This is a stream that I've been looking forward to it, but I've also been dreading it. Anyone who has played this game before probably understands. Hey, Rock. Yes, the Zetaider Yoiki has returned. Yeah, there's nothing for us to do tonight but go to bed and do our last day of exams. December 3rd.
Man, this fog just won't quit. The weather report said it might start snowing soon. But what's going to happen if it snows with all this fog?
Whoa! Where'd you guys come from?
Wow, that's quite a crowd you got there.
Hey, Cobra.
We ran into each other back there, so we came together. The fog's so thick that sometimes you can't see your nose in front of your face, so everyone's forming groups now.
It's definitely been weird lately. It's so cold, too.
Yeah, it's that same hospital sound effect. I wasn't even thinking about that.
Visibility's so bad it's scary. Can I stick close to you, Senpai?
Of course you can. She would say that no matter whether or not you were dating her, because that's just her personality.
This girl never changes.
It really is hard to see anything in this, though. It's just like on the other side.
Just like on the other side.
Guys, put on your glasses!
The fuck? So our glasses that help us see in the fog in the TV world now help us see through the fog in the real world.
Whoa, it's all clear.
Hey, RBG fan.
What the hell's going on?
These glasses are meant to help us see through the fog in the other world. But putting that aside, no glasses would improve one's visibility in a fog under normal circumstances.
Then, could the fog from over there be leaking into our world? Huh? You guys think that's it? I was kind of expecting you to ignore it as Chie being random again.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that she said earlier where she's just kind of tossing out random ideas, but this is the first time where they're like, hey, wait a minute, what if you're right?
It's just a thought.
The mood darkens.
Anyways, today's the last day of exams, right? Let's get them over with so we can meet up at the special headquarters after school.
Wow, we haven't used that name in a while.
Alright, let's get these exams done. We're a freaking sage, so we do it easily.
Hey, here's a story about the fog. Some specialists are raising concerns that this fog may consist harmful substances. More and more citizens are calling for an investigation into the cause of the fog and the facts about it.
As we've heard around town.
Though the government has begun its preliminary investigation, many feel that the causes will be hard to pinpoint. Huh. Is this fog really dangerous?
You hardly ever see people walking around town anymore. Or here either.
Everyone's too scared of the fog now to go outdoors much.
It does seem a lot like the fog on the other side. But beyond that, I'm clueless.
There's another item of note here. A summary of Namatame's career with details about the case. The suspect was having an affair with the first victim. It seems she was killed due to relationship troubles. Also in April, Miss Saki Konishi's body was discovered. The police are looking into a motive for the murder.
Yeah, that one's a little harder to pin on Namatame. Like, it seems obvious that he would... If things weren't going well with him and Mayumi Yamano, that he might want to kill her, but what does Saki Konishi have to do with him?
In July, a boy living in Inaba performed a copycat murder. The boy was initially thought to be the culprit behind all the killings, but later suspicion was thrown upon Namatame. Last month, the suspect attempted to kidnap a 7-year-old girl of Inaba, resulting in his arrest. It seems Namatame is still confined to his hospital bed, so further interrogation has yet to commence.
So it's finally over. A lot of stuff's happened. But all that's left is for the police to build a case for Namatame, right?
Can they prove anything?
I'm sure your uncle can.
He's also hospitalized, though. I know he wants to get better as soon as he can so that he can work on this, but, yeah, I don't know how quickly that's gonna happen.
But the stuff he was saying was so obviously nuts. If he says anything about the TV world, he might be considered mentally unstable.
That's a good point. Go for the insanity plea. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Also, I heard before that if the police don't have enough hard evidence, it's difficult to build a case.
Yes, there are many such cases and culprits. It's the eternal conundrum for crime investigators.
I mean, if I stream every night between now and Friday, we should get pretty close to finishing this game, I would think.
So even if they're caught, the law can't do shit?
It's a possibility.
It's pretty messed up, but it is what it is.
Hell's up with that! We all know he did it. You can't just let a maniac who thinks he's saving people by killing them run wild on the streets!
They better not dismiss something this serious because of some mental issues. Saki-senpai. No, not just her, or that announcer. Even King Moron is his fault.
If he hadn't been doing the killings in the first place, nobody would have tried to copycat him.
If it weren't for what he did,
Exactly.
nobody would have tried a copycat killing.
Turkey Thanksgiving sandwich? I'm sure that's pretty different.
It's his fault Nanako-chan's in the hospital right now, too.
You're reminded that you made a promise with Nanako to buy a new kotatsu. Yeah, that's right.
What's the matter?
A kotatsu?
Oh, then why don't we go check them out right now?
Because the one we got at our house ain't working.
I know know Nanako-chan would be psyched if she came home and found a new kotatsu.
Yeah, I bet she would be.
Dude, why didn't you tell me sooner? The winter season's coming up and we just got a bunch of them in stock.
And of course, everyone's all for this. Like, if it's for Nanako, we will do anything.
All right, off to the houseware section for Nanako-chan!
If we're getting a kotatsu, we'd better get some oranges to complete the set.
Is that normal in Japanese houses to have a kotatsu but have some oranges on top of it?
It's a cliche because it's true, damn it.
The best compliment to a kotatsu would be a heated rug.
Ask my bro. Does he have a kotatsu in his house? I have no idea. Kotatsu Neko.
Dude, that much juice would kill the breaker the moment you tried to microwave something. Oh yeah, you've never used a kotatsu before, huh, Ted? It's nice and toasty.
Yeah, that would be a new experience for him.
Can I still stay here?
He's still talking about that.
You kept your promise to me, so I should be going back. But I don't want to go until Nana-chan gets better.
Of course you can stay. How many times do we have to say this before it gets through to you?
Nanako-chan would be sad if you weren't there when she wakes up.
Yeah.
But I couldn't save Nana-chan.
Don't be silly. We saved her together.
We caught the killer, man. We couldn't have done that without you.
Teddy, you shouldn't talk that way when Nanako-chan is still fighting.
You guys.
Come over to my place.
Can I really?
That's right, you're just by yourself at home now, huh?
Yeah, and it sucks. It's been that way for a month now. The only time anyone came over was when we got to max rank with Risei.
Hey, why don't we pick out a Christmas present for Nanako-chan while we're at it?
Oh, that's a great idea. I'm sure she'll be out of the hospital by then.
All right, but none of this charge it to Yosuke stuff this time. Seriously. We're clear on this, right?
He does not want that happening again. That Japanese President Heller.
Oh, come on. Why would we do something like that?
Dude, the clothes you got for this guy? I almost pissed my pants when I saw the receipt. How many days do you think I had to work to pay that off?
Well, I can't help it if Juness overcharges for things.
Ugh. Well, I guess you gotta expect that. It's not like Chie-san's ever had the occasion to help a guy shop before.
Ooh.
What? What did you just say?
Shots fired.
Come on, baby. Don't fight over me.
Stay out of this!
And Yukiko can't help herself.
Let's leave them be and think of a present for Nanako-chan on our own.
But what would a girl her age want?
What do you think Nanako-chan would appreciate most?
I know I've picked the Jack Frost doll and Rosette doll options before, so I think I'm gonna go with a video game this time just to see what the response is.
Not a bad idea. It would allow you two to play together indoors during the cold winter.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
All right, as soon as Nanako-chan's out of the hospital, we'll have a party at your place.
Yes! And we'll bake the cake.
You will?
Of course!
Let's make it a cake to remember.
Oh, it'll be a cake to remember, alright.
Oh, no, you're not. Are you trying to send Nanako-chan back to the hospital?
The music stopped.
Hello, this is Adachi. I want you to stay calm and listen to me, okay? Nanako-chan's condition suddenly got worse. The doctor wants you to come to the hospital immediately. We'll be waiting.
Shit.
Come on, let's go.
So much for a fun shopping trip. There have been loud voices throughout the hospital for some time now.
Doctor, this fog is poisonous, isn't it? Isn't it filled with viruses? They said so on TV. Isn't there a vaccine or something for it?
Calm down, please. That's just a rumor.
Imagine people begging for a vaccine for something that they don't know for sure is disadvantageous to your health, rather than, you know, something that we know is disadvantageous to your health and people not wanting a vaccine for it. My, how this game has managed to become relevant in modern times.
Don't tell me to calm down! You're lying! We know you have medicine for this! Are you just going to stand there and watch us die?
Why would we do something like that?
What a commotion.
What the hell's that supposed to mean? Can't you see how much pain she's in?
What did the doctor just tell you, Dojima?
All we can do right now is monitor her condition closely. Dojima-san, you need to return to your...
I don't give a damn about myself. Do something about Nanako.
Don't overdo it, Dojima. You're not in good condition either.
Dojima-san!
Just save her. For God's sake, please save Nanako.
We'll do our best. I must ask you to step outside for the time being.
Nanako.
What's gonna happen? The doctors have no idea how to help her.
Hey, can't you do something? This all has to do with the world you came from. Can't you figure something out?
I'm thinking, but...
Damn it! Why does this have to happen to a little girl like her?
We all feel the same way.
Why'd it turn out like this?
Nanako-chan's gonna be okay, right?
You guys still here?
He always says that whenever we're hanging out at the hospital.
How is Dojima-san doing?
His wound's opened up again.
Great.
They're treating it over in his room now.
So now he's gotten worse too.
Any luck with your investigation on Namatame?
About that.
What do you mean about that?
I won't mince words here. We're gonna have a hard time making these charges stick.
Seriously?
What's that mean?
I talked with the guys at the station, and it'll be next to impossible to find him guilty in court. Especially given the reason why we took him off our list of suspects for the first case.
Oh yeah, something about him having an alibi.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame Kanji if he was about to defenestrate him.
Yeah, that. And the whole angle about him putting people into TVs, there's no way that'll stand up in court. No one would believe that.
I guess Namatame must have actually said that at some point.
What the public wants is when, where, and how Namatame killed these people. And Dojima-san knows it.
Well, ain't you calm about this?
I'm just telling you the truth.
And you call yourself a cop? Huh?
He's about to defenestrate him right now.
So bad, we'll show you. Hurry up and bring a TV here, damn it!
Hey, stop!
What the?
Why did that nurse run out of there so quickly?
Is Nanako-chan's family here?
Yes.
Hurry inside. Please talk to her.
What's going on?
What the hell? What's going on?
No. Nanako-chan. Daddy.
He'll be here soon.
Nanako-chan. Nanako-chan. Can you hear us? Do you understand what we're saying? Your big brother's here with you. Just hang in there. Where's Dojima-san?
We're calling for him right now.
Have they managed to do something about his wounds? He can walk at least.
How's Nanako?
Doctor.
Big bro.
Right here.
I'm scared. Big bro. Daddy.
Nanako! Nanako!
I'm sorry, sir.
No.
Damn it. Damn it!
Nana-chan.
What the fuck? It shouldn't have turned out like this.
We did everything we could, but we still couldn't figure out what caused this.
Nanako-chan.
Dojima-san, what's with that look? Huh? What's wrong, everyone?
You haven't heard?
Hmm? Huh? Wait, is Nanako-chan... But then, where did Dojima-san go? His room isn't that way. Wait a sec. That's the way to...
Senpai! Senpai! Dojima-san might have gone after Namatame!
He's gonna become a murderer at this raid.
Adachi-san said he was admitted to this hospital!
Because I don't think there's anything anyone could say to stop Dojima from putting his hands around Namatame's neck at this point.
You transported him to the same hospital? For crying out loud, he's the suspect in the case!
I kind of wonder how many hospitals there even are in Inaba since it's a small town. But yeah, if there were other options, probably shouldn't have brought him to the same place.
What are you getting mad at me for? This is the biggest hospital, and he's in no condition to be moved.
Where's his room?
I can't tell you that.
Just tell us where he is already! Dojima-san's on his way, ain't he? You don't know what he's gonna do there if we don't stop him!
Kanji-kun, you don't mean...
Yeah, hold on. Just what are you guys talking about?
Cough it up! Where's his room?
Top floor in the second surgical ward. Furthest room back.
Hey, Luna. Yeah, possibly.
But there's a police guard.
Alright, he coughed up the location at least. Teddy stayed behind.
I was always watching over Nana-chan, and I still couldn't save her.
Yeah, I understand, Luna.
It happened in my world. Even though I was the only Teddy in that place, I
can barely get any words out myself right now.
I still couldn't do anything.
Let go of me. I need to speak to him.
Never heard him talk in that kind of tone before. Like that is some I am going to fucking kill this guy tone right there.
Like we said, without permission.
Permission? Who gave them permission to kill Nanako? Tell me that, huh? The hell with you all! Why is he still alive when Nanako's dead? Give me back Nanako! Give her back! She's all I have! She's the only one in the world.
Call a doctor!
Let go of me. I need to...
Holy crap! Dojima-san! Quick, get him to his room. I'll go alert the doctors.
Now there's no one guarding the door by the time we get there.
Dojima-san, was he seriously gonna...
His only daughter's dead. Nothing would have surprised me.
Dojima-san probably knew that there's little to no chance Namatame would be convicted. Damn it. He killed Senpai, and now Nanako-chan. And the bastard's gonna walk away without paying for what he did.
That's not right.
Why? Why is he the one that gets to go on living?
What's going on in there? There he is. Was he trying to escape? The window is open.
You have your life, and now you want your freedom too?
It's your fault that Nanako-chan's...
I didn't.
The fuck?
12 o'clock. Is it the Midnight Channel? Hey, isn't this...
I failed to save her. It's because you got in my way.
So now we run into Shadow Namatame.
Another Namatame? How? The real one's right here and we already beat his shadow!
No, we didn't.
No. Come to think of it, Namatame never faced his other self. And we didn't witness his shadow returning to his body as a persona either. Perhaps that's why we're seeing this now.
What the... I failed, but it wasn't my fault. And the law can't touch me anyway.
Oh, if that's really what you're thinking right now, that's fucked.
What?
Is that what Namatame's really thinking? Then he wasn't deranged or anything. He knew what he was doing.
To hell with the law! I won't ever forgive what you did!
This... Please! Stop! Huh? Stop what? We ain't even done anything yet. Or do you want us to do something? Something fitting for a bastard like you!
Kanji...
Do whatever you want. You hate me because the child died, don't you? I don't care either way. Living or dying makes no difference to me.
What is going on with this guy?
But you're different. You can't do such a thing. You wouldn't dare, right?
What, are you taunting us now?
I'll continue saving people. It's my mission.
Mission?
My God.
Please, stop.
He wants us to stop. What should we do?
What do you mean?
We can't let this bastard do whatever he pleases.
Still, what are you going to do?
No way I'm gonna walk out of here doing nothing.
I understand, but...
This must be a luxury suite. Most hospital wards don't have such large televisions. Why, with something like this in the room, this man could escape at any time. Although once he enters, he may find there's no way out.
Yeah, escape may not be the right word for it.
Wait a second. You don't mean... Are you... serious?
You just gonna turn your back and walk away?
That's... but...
What's gotten into you guys? This is crazy! How can we do something like that?
Chie! Everyone, listen to me. If we're gonna do this, now is our only shot. We won't get a second chance. At this rate, the guy's gonna get off the hook, and he'll go around saving people again. You just heard what this bastard's really thinking. If that happens, it'll be just like Nanako-chan and Senpai. Who knows how many innocent people will die this time? I can't let something like that go. Someone close to me died. Her killer can't be convicted. And now I'm gonna let the same thing happen again? There's no way I can do that! It's just wrong, isn't it?
But Yosuke?
All we have to do is push him inside the TV. That's it. We do that one thing, and this is all over.
Just push him inside?
If any of you want no part in this, just leave the room. I'm not gonna force you to stay. As for me, nothing could make me forgive this bastard. But before we do this, I want to hear what you think. What do you want to do, leader?
So this is the only time in the game where the party kind of turns against each other, and with very good reason, I would say. A lot of times in RPGs, I feel like inter-party conflict is artificial, but here, like, the emotions are running so high, and I can see, like, both sides of it. So like Yosuke said, we could push him in right now and end this all. Make sure that he can never do anything like this to anyone ever again. But if we did that, we'd end up just like him. Who's to say we wouldn't keep on using this power to just throw in whoever we feel like deserves it, and we'd become the next serial murderer? Maybe we should just leave the scene. But do we really understand the whole situation here? We've never seen the shadow appear on TV after that person was in the TV world. And there was something kind of interesting that he said there. That the shadow said, "I failed to save her." Why would he say that if Nanako's dead? Something seems off about this.
We don't have time to wait. If we don't do this now, the cops will come back. What are you trying to say?
We're missing something. This may not all end with Namatame.
Something we don't know. What don't we know?
His true feelings, because while the Shadow did say some things that were not exactly in his favor, not everything that he said, like, connects. Like it doesn't... It's not all consistent.
But we just heard the guy's true feelings on TV! What didn't you understand?
This is the one that, the first time I played the game, messed me up. Because I thought I assumed that Yosuke wanted a definite answer here. So I think I ended up choosing why he's scared, but apparently that's not the right answer. You will get a bad ending if you pick that. Any of these choices right here, if you pick the wrong one, you're getting a bad ending. So apparently we're supposed to still say, you know, something's bothering me. I don't know what it is yet, but there's still something strange going on here.
Well, what is it? I already told you there's no time to waste. Are you even getting at something here, or are you just stalling?
And here you're basically saying the same thing. We're missing something.
Missing? Like what exactly? Damn it, I've heard enough of this bullshit. Give me a straight answer. Are we doing this or not? That's all I give a damn about right now.
The first and third choices here are kind of wimping out. Your only option here is to take charge. Calm the hell down. Yelled at everyone to calm down. Yeah, it is a dick move. Like, I like the fact that the game is testing you, being like, hey, this game is about pursuing the truth and not taking the easy way out. So, like, it's pretty... I feel like the first response is pretty obvious. Like, you shouldn't throw him in the TV, and you shouldn't just walk away from the scene. You should realize that there's still something going on here that we haven't figured out yet. But for it to ask you 6 questions in a row like that is a little much. And with some of them requiring you to give vague answers. But yeah, we've answered them all correctly now. We have managed to avoid a bad ending here.
He's right. Let's all calm down for a second.
I'm perfectly calm.
Yeah, sure you are, Yosuke.
Hey, what did you mean by we're missing something?
What's there to miss with a sick bastard like him?
Yeah, unlike in Sonic CD. And like, in Persona 3, I mean, all the modern Persona games, maybe all the Persona games, period, have bad endings. But in Persona 3, it's very cut and dry. It's like, do you kill Ryoji or do you let him live and try to fight against the inevitable death that's coming? And like, in that game, I could see why you would choose to kill him right away and just live the remaining days of your life in peace. But it's still, like, very clear to me that that's not the correct answer if you want to get the true ending of the game. This game it's a lot more muddled than that. So yeah, like the first time I messed this up, I had to reload my save and go through all that dialogue again. I mean, granted, you can hold the triangle button down to speed through it, but at that point I was like, I'm not doing this a second time. I'm looking up the answers to this so that I can get this right. I remember when Luna streamed this, he had to redo this multiple times, and he did not want any help doing it, so...
Hey, let's all take a deep breath.
You're not exactly the type to yell at your friends in high-stress times, yeah.
After what happened to Nanako-chan and seeing Dojima-san, we're not thinking straight right now.
Fine.
No, he didn't throw Namatame in the TV. I know we got past that question at least. Everyone took a deep breath. Everyone has finally regained their composure.
You're right. We should calm down and think rationally about this. I realize now that we've heard almost nothing from Namatame's perspective.
Yeah, he hasn't really been able to give anyone a straight answer. He's like been freaking out too much.
There's no denying that this man brought great harm to Nanako-chan. But other than that point, the rest comes from our assumptions based on watching the Midnight Channel a moment ago. I won't deny that we were blinded by the heat of the moment, trying to impute all responsibility to him rashly.
But... yeah, the guy's not saying anything. Whatever reason he had, there's no doubt about the fact that he'd been throwing people inside the TV.
That much we do know. He was the one throwing people in the TV.
It was him who put Senpai through that misery. How can we possibly understand someone who says killing people is the same as saving them?
Failing to understand and failing to listen are rather different things.
Leave it to Naoto.
Thankfully, not all the hitches that were nagging at me have been answered yet. We'll have to see what he can tell us about them. Though it appears he's in no condition to do so at the moment.
True. Dealing with him right now might not solve all the things that are bothering us. Damn it. But you better remember this. I'll do everything I can to stop him from repeating what he's done.
Like, we could, if we could throw him in, and yeah, that would make sure that he can't throw anyone else inside the TV, but there's still a lot of questions up in the air. So it's like... we've stopped him, but was there something else about this that... was there some other reason we shouldn't have done that? So we need to be absolutely sure.
Anytime, anywhere, anything.
Let's just think for now.
Jeez, how the hell can you stay so calm, man? Then again, that's why you're our leader. All right, let's go ahead and think this through as much as we need.
If we leave any unanswered questions behind, we'll just be lying to ourselves. Yeah, that ain't gonna cut it. All right, I'm convinced.
Thank you. I'll think as hard as I can and try to help.
We all know how you feel, Yosuke. Come on, we've accomplished this much together, haven't we?
Right. Together.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. And thanks.
Case is taking a sharp turn, and the investigation team is now one step closer to the truth. It seems that you will go on with your friends to solve another mystery. And with that, the Fool Arcana maxes out. Loki. The Shapeshifter. And, just like in Persona 3, when the Fool Arcana maxes out, you also start the Judgment Arcana social link. We are no longer merely the investigation team. We are now the Seekers of Truth.
You can't be in here.
Probably not a good thing that Adachi found us here.
keeping an eye on the suspect. The police officers outside seem to have their hands full helping Dojima-san.
Nice save, Naoto.
If Namatame were to escape, it would be a disaster for the police's reputation. And their trust in you, Adachi-san.
Oh, I see. We'll tighten security from now on, and I'll arrange for him to be transported out as soon as possible. So, if you guys can keep quiet about being in here, I'd really appreciate it.
We weren't gonna tell anybody.
How is he, Doctor? He seemed to be extremely agitated a moment ago.
So that's fun news, Rock.
He seems fine for now, but he really needs his rest. Outside, everyone. Doctor's orders.
Understood.
We should go too. Let's get back to Nanako-chan's room.
Teddy's still there after all.
So what's this thing we're missing, huh?
To tell the truth, there's something that's bothering me too. Why did he start killing people in the first place?
We have no idea.
Well, he said himself it was to save them, right?
But what does that mean?
So he killed his lover in order to save her and kept going?
We never actually got an answer from him about what that means.
The police speculated the first murder was related to the affair, so they called in Namatame for questioning. But everything in his testimony and his bearing, no matter what they looked at, they found nothing suspicious.
Assuming they were thorough at their job, then how does that line up with everything else that's happened since then?
If he truly is twisted enough to believe that murder is a means of saving people, I think that would have shown through.
Maybe he faked it real well. Or maybe he started out with a normal motive and got a taste for killing after the first time.
No, if that were the case, his motive for killing that announcer would be even more inexplicable. Namatame and his wife were separated at the time.
Yeah, so why would he kill Mayumi Yamano if they were already separated?
Both Misuzu Hiragi and himself testified that she had discarded him. Hiragi also knew about Yamano beforehand, and Namatame was shocked to hear of Yamano's death. Their relationship was known and was not strained to the point of murder. There's simply no motive in the affair angle. The police invested a great deal of effort into investigating this point. Therefore, we have no convincing motive for Namatame to kill Mayumi Yamano. Although, her name was written in Namatame's own diary.
That part's a little strange, yeah.
His reason for killing her.
It's still possible that he was crazy to begin with and no one realized, right?
I don't really get any of this.
This is so confusing.
Hey, we could hear you in there. This is a hospital. Maybe you should quiet down a little.
Oh, there you are, all of you.
Oh,
Please come with me immediately.
what's going on?
Huh? What's going on?
What are you waiting for? Hurry, go!
Teddy? Where the hell is he?
Where am I? Is this Teddy's world?
Looks a little different than the TV world normally looks.
This doesn't quite feel like it, though. I remember being at the hospital. That's right. Nana-chan.
A white Nissan? I drive a white Nissan.
I couldn't do anything. do I even exist? I couldn't keep my promise. I lost my reason to be there. That's it. I remember now.
Was it Silent Hill?
So, it was true. Guys. Sensei. What should I do?
What the hell happened to Teddy?
Oh, there they are. Nanako-chan came around.
Huh? What did you just say? Nanako-chan's alive?
Thank fucking God.
Are you serious?
It's very rare to be resuscitated after one's heart and lungs fail, but it does happen. But until I know why she collapsed in the first place, I can't say for sure how well she'll recover from here on. Still, Nanako-chan's a fighter, and she's trying desperately to stay alive.
So this isn't a joke? You're actually telling the truth?
Nanako-chan.
Oh my god.
No, this is the same day, RPG fan.
This is amazing!
Miracles do happen. I'm so glad. I didn't know what I was gonna do.
Come on. Stop crying, you two.
You all should go home for the night. I'll speak with Dojima-san tomorrow about Nanako-chan's treatment. It's rather chilly outside. If it starts snowing, be careful not to catch a cold.
Wait a second, where's Teddy?
Yeah, the game more or less says that Teddy had something to do with it, but it's very vague about what exactly caused her to revive and why Teddy disappeared after that. That's like the one thing that I think Persona 4 Golden could have explained more, and they chose not to. Instead, they went off on introducing a new character and making her like such an important part of the plot, but I'm not gonna rant any more about that right now.
I noticed he didn't come with us when we went to Namatame's room.
You're right. That's weird. I figured he wouldn't move from Nanako-chan's side.
Teddy, where did you go?
Oh yeah, he has a cell with him. Wait, I shouldn't use mine inside the hospital. I'll try calling him up once we're outside.
Couldn't save. I couldn't save. Why? Mayumi. And that girl too. I couldn't save them.
So he's clearly racked with guilt. We need to hear more from him.
Huh? What's the matter? Feeling guilty all of a sudden? Sheesh.
I can't reach him. Did that stupid bear forget to charge the battery?
I wasn't really paying attention to who the voice actor was for that cop. It could have been. I know a lot of the, like, main characters in these games also voice act minor characters.
We took a quick look around the hospital, but there's no sign of him. I wonder where he went.
It's snowing.
Oh, it's snow.
Hey, you're right. Wow, it's been a while since I last saw real snow. It doesn't look that pretty, though, because of this fog.
I guess this makes it the first snow of the year.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, Ramus. She even talks about how her name means snow when you're back in her dungeon, way back in the beginning of the game.
It's freezing. Let's go home. Hey, Yosuke, if you find Teddy, don't forget to contact us, all right?
I know. Let's meet up at the special headquarters tomorrow. Man, that Ted. I hope he just went back home by himself. He's probably fine. But I'll hurry home just in case. Well, see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Back in Namatame's room, was it really right to stop everyone from what they were about to do? For now, you have no way of knowing. Cell phone's been off the entire time. Do we have messages from people? Wow, I actually sent us a message. I'm sure she will be, yeah. That's just Nanako for you. Case is still mired in an impenetrable fog, but you must continue forth toward the truth. I think we also could have gotten messages from Ayane, Naoki, and Sports Bros if we had maxed them out, but we haven't yet. They're the only 3 daytime social links that we haven't maxed out yet. Okay, so yeah. We've had an hour straight of story in just that one day alone, and we're far from done. But I want to stop here for a moment and talk about my first experience with that scene. When I was living in a dorm by myself and playing this game. When Nanako died, I thought, like, I was very skeptical about it. I thought, like, if she's really dead for good, that's going to really sour my opinion of this game as a whole. And a lot of people really love this game, so I can't, like, it's hard for me to imagine that she's really gone forever. But I was still worried about it. Yes, it totally played that dorm music. Yeah, I was still worried about it, so when I got to the point where it was revealed she got revived, that was the single biggest emotional reaction I've ever had to anything in a video game. I can say that with certainty. And I've had some pretty big reactions to other stuff as well. I mean, like, hell, those of you who watch me play Persona 3 know that I broke down a bit during that post-final boss battle against, like, the true form of Nyx, when Shinjiro speaks. But this was much bigger than that. And I'm not generally the type of person who talks to myself. Like, if nobody else is around, I don't usually say things out loud. But the moment that doctor said Nanako-chan came around, I distinctly remember saying the words, "Oh my god," out loud. And my composure was just gone at that point. I had to stop the game for a moment. Like, several minutes, not just a moment, before I could get it together enough to continue on with the dialogue at that point. Like, if you had seen me in that moment, you probably would have thought I had heard that news about a real person, not a character in a video game. It's crazy how hard that hit me, and nobody will ever hear that, like, when that actually happened to me, which is probably for the best, but it's something I will never fucking forget. This game moved me. It seriously moved me. And I'll talk more about that during the ending, but I wanted to say at least that much right now. I'm pretty sure at this point, when I got to this point and saved, like, I stopped for the rest of the day. But we're gonna keep going tonight, and even though I know I just saved, we're gonna save again into the second save slot, because why not? I don't think it even gives us the opportunity to fish right now, yeah. What happened in Namatame's hospital room as well. Snow has begun to fall, fog's completely enveloped the town. What's going to happen? Sleep. The Velvet Room.
Welcome. It's been quite some time. Do not be alarmed. You are fast asleep in the real world. I have summoned you within your dreams. Now then, your journey has taken you quite a distance thus far.
87 hours worth of distance.
Do you believe you'll be able to successfully solve this mystery?
We gotta believe that we can at this point.
Splendid! The precise destination of this vehicle, that too is getting rather hard to judge.
Whoa, guys.
If we continue driving blindly, we may end up leading you further away from the mystery that you must reach. Well, why don't we take a moment to look back on your journey? It was for that purpose that I summoned you here tonight. Margaret?
Voices you've heard many times before echo in your mind.
You're the only one who didn't pay attention to the rumors flying around about me. You saw me as I am.
I can't ignore that fact any longer. I need to face the truth head on.
What's right? What you should choose to do in life? The answers to those things lie within you.
I'm going to think about my life and set my own path.
I was scared, but I've learned my lesson now. I won't just try and escape into my own personal time.
We've affected a lot of people's lives.
We are experiencing the words engraved into your memory during your journey.
All right, let's go ahead and think this through as much as we need.
If we leave any unanswered questions behind, we'll just be lying to ourselves.
I'll think as hard as I can and try to help.
Come on, we've accomplished this much together, haven't we?
Right. Together.
And it seems you have comrades with you as well. Those heading in the same direction through this dense fog.
The limo stopped.
We'll be parked for the moment while I confirm our current heading.
As I mentioned previously, this year will signal a great change in your life. Though there isn't much time left, it can be worth your while to take the time to stop and reflect.
People are like water flowing in a river. There is only one stream, but all who pass through it are affected differently. Some travel fast, some change their course, experiencing countless events as they travel down the river of time.
But time flows like a river, and history repeats.
Just so. The state of this room reflects the scenery of your heart. Perhaps this may be a time for contemplation rather than action.
The doorbell? We've survived December 3rd. One of the heaviest days in this game. Yosuke.
Teddy's missing.
Sure enough. We already knew that. We, the player, already knew that.
I looked all over the neighborhood, but I couldn't find him anywhere.
I'm worried.
Yeah, me too. He was acting all weird lately. Rise and the others are checking inside the TV to see if he's gone back to the other side. We're meeting pretty soon, so will you come with me to Junes?
Let's go. Yes, the back side of the TV.
It's no use, man. We can't find him.
What the hell? Can't find him in the real world, can't find him in the TV world.
No luck for me either. I didn't sense anything over there. The fog's so dense it might be affecting my readings. I wish I could do better. I'm sorry.
That Ted. Don't tell me he really went back to his world this time. We told him over and over that he could stay here.
Recall the mysterious dream you had last night. This may be a time for contemplation rather than action. That is what Igor said, but let's think about this.
I guess that's all we can do right now. He plays dumb a lot, but he's attached to us deep down. He wouldn't disappear without saying anything, right?
I don't think it matters, because the one that we've gone into in Junes was a flat screen. And yet the one in our house is a CRT, and that was the very first time that we found out that we could go inside a TV when we stuck our hand inside.
I'm worried for Teddy myself, but let's trust in him and await his return. Right now we must concentrate on the case. It won't be long before Namatame is transferred to another location.
Yeah, we gotta figure something out before that happens.
We must hurry, or we will miss our only chance to get his perspective on this.
You know, I've been thinking about the case since, but something just doesn't seem right.
Let's quickly review the facts. Of all the victims, only 2 were killed. Miss Yamano the announcer, and Saki-san.
Easier than playing Duck Hunt.
From the documents we found in the car, we know Namatame had some sort of dealings with them. After that, there were multiple attempted murders in which we were targeted. It was only when he took Nanako-chan that we caught him in the act, identifying his modus operandi in the process.
When I hear you put it like that, sounds like the dude's guilty.
As a result of Namatame's arrest, the police admitted that Mitsuo Kubo was a mere copycat killer.
Back up to yesterday. Remember when you said Namatame didn't have a motive to kill the announcer? That's what's bothering me.
Right. Either he's completely nuts, or we're misunderstanding something.
You lost me.
She's trying to say that if Namatame is sane, then there may be facts in the case we don't know about yet.
Sane or insane? Sounds like a play I saw before.
When he talks about saving people, what does that actually mean? I don't think there's any doubt that it includes kidnapping people and throwing them into the TV.
Yeah, that much. We know he was doing that. For sure.
Could he mean saving them through death? He did call himself a savior and said that the other side is a wonderful world.
So they'll be saved if they die? What a bunch of crap! The bastard should have gone and saved himself!
Do I even need to say it at this point? That line put him on the map.
What do you think, Senpai?
There's something else.
If you think about it normally, it's gotta be him. But there ain't nothing normal about that world anyways.
There's something I've been wondering about for a while. When we first encountered him, he said, "You're the ones I saved. Don't worry, I'll save this girl too."
Yeah, so if he says that he saved us, then clearly saving does not equal death. So what does saving actually mean then?
So, if he saves people by killing them, did he save us too? Wouldn't he actually have failed to save us?
You raise a good point. If he thinks that salvation comes only through death, his words to us make no sense. And another thing, the Namatame who appeared on the Midnight Channel said he failed to save Nanako-chan.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he really was trying to save the victims by putting them inside the TV. Come on, don't get all quiet like that. You guys know I just say the first dumb thing that pops into my head.
Once again, Chie may have struck gold. So he actually thinks he was saving people by throwing them into the TV. What would make him think that?
The possibility that he truly intended to save us.
But he's still the one who threw in Saki-senpai and that announcer, right? Sure, we haven't nailed down his motives, but that doesn't change the fact that he killed them. Or what? You think someone else was involved? What makes you think so?
Someone else is involved? Is that possible? Possibility of a culprit besides Namatame. Could there be something that proves this possibility? What about the warning letter that we got?
Warning letter? Oh yeah! Whatever happened to that thing?
Well, really, we got 2 warning letters.
If Namatame's the killer, he must have been the one who wrote it, right?
Let's review them.
Yeah, the first one said, "Don't rescue anymore." The second one said, "If you don't stop this time, someone close will be put in and killed."
Yes, that's right.
Isn't that kind of odd? Would someone who thinks he's saving people by killing them write stuff like, "Don't rescue or kill"?
Yeah. There's something off about this.
Yeah, And the will be put in and killed part doesn't make sense either. If the killer was writing it, wouldn't it be more like I'll put in and kill?
Yeah, what is that called in English? Like passive voice versus active voice? It was written in passive voice, like whoever wrote the letter wasn't the one throwing them into the TV.
Hey, could this mean...
Namatame didn't write it.
Yeah. It's almost like someone else wrote this letter.
But only the killer would write such a letter and deliver it to Dojima-san's house, right? If someone else wrote it, that could only mean...
Dear God. Since this is such an unusual case, I was absolutely convinced that other than the Kubo incident, there was one culprit.
So Namatame really was trying to save his victims?
And the one who is really responsible for killing people is somebody else.
Everything is exactly the opposite of what it first seemed. In Namatame's parlance, failing would have been the first two cases when the victims died. If he had used his method twice and failed both times, he would hardly have continued using the TV, and yet he did. It all seems to suggest that someone else wrote this warning letter while observing the entire case.
Someone else? Then...
I mean, that's pretty fucking scary to think about.
It wasn't Namatame that killed Saki-senpai and the announcer?
We can't say for certain yet.
We need some proof.
We urgently need to speak with Namatame face to face.
All work together to take another step toward the truth. Judgment rank 2.
How though? After what happened yesterday, they said they're gonna tighten security.
I have a plan.
Of course Naoto has a plan.
But there's no time to waste. Let's hurry to the hospital.
In Persona 4 Arena, all the characters have some crazy nickname, and I think Naoto's is like something about her IQ.
Hey, this place is off limits.
I'm a consultant with the police. I'd like a few words with Namatame-san. May I go in?
This is Unit 252, requesting confirmation on an ID. Name of Naoto Shirogane. Huh? Ah, understood. I see. Well, you're on the list. I can give you a few minutes, but I'll have to record your conversation with him for security purposes. Not that I expect you'll get anything coherent out of the guy. He's been spouting nothing but gibberish.
I'd like him to accompany me as well. He has no identification, but this is an emergency situation, and he's here in Detective Dojima's stead.
Huh? Detective Dojima sent him? I wasn't informed of this.
I'll vouch for his identity.
Well, I guess it's better than dealing with the man himself.
Some people are clearly afraid of Dojima.
We have our hands full with the transport procedures, so the last thing we need is Detective Dojima running wild. Detective Adachi is busy somewhere too. This is Unit 252. Huh? I see.
Has something happened?
There's something about a suspicious object out in the lobby.
Ah, well then, this works out nicely. You should back up your colleagues downstairs. We'll keep watch over Namatame-san. A disturbance in a hospital lobby, after all. It sounds serious.
If anything happens, hit the nurse call button. I'll leave the rest to you.
Understood. Please be careful. I knew they were undermanned, but I didn't expect it to go this smoothly.
Oh hey, everyone's here.
Wow. Yukiko.
There's nothing much inside that suspicious object. So he won't be gone long.
I might have named the main character Ayumu Narumi, but Naoto, I feel like, is the one who pulled a Schofield there on the police officer.
Alright, then now's our chance to talk to Namatame.
Alright, hopefully we will get some answers.
Namatame-san, there's something we'd like to ask you.
He sounds terrified.
It's tempting to think that you were the culprit behind this entire case. And to be honest, there are many in this town who hope you are. But we are here to learn the truth. So please, answer our questions.
Huh? Seems that he understands what you're saying, so he's not completely off his rocker, so to speak. What should you ask him? Just start at the top of the list. Who'd you throw in first? Yukiko.
Huh? Me?
We didn't bias that question whatsoever, so it seems pretty clear that Mayumi Yamano and Saki Konishi were not thrown in the TV by him. Did you kill those two girls?
They were killed. I couldn't save them.
So he wanted to save them too, but they were killed. But yet he thinks that throwing people in the TV is a way to save them. When we've known pretty much the entire time that people die if they stay in the TV world too long. Is saving killing people? I think we already know the answer to this, but we'll ask it anyway.
No. If nobody saves them, they'll be killed. That's why I put them in there.
Let's talk about espers.
Then tell me if my estimation is correct so far. After discovering the Yamano and Konishi incidents, you realized an appearance on the Midnight Channel meant certain death. Thus, to save her from that fate, you kidnapped Yukiko Amagi. You couldn't let her be killed, so you threw her into the TV, preventing the killer in this world from reaching her.
He probably had no idea that the two victims were thrown into the TV, since, like, the general public didn't know what the cause of death was. We're really the only ones who knew that.
And you repeated the process, as more individuals appeared on the Midnight Channel. It all falls into place. His body is weak, but his mind is sound. He's trying to tell us the truth.
Yeah, but if the stuff he's saying is true...
There's another killer who murdered the first two victims?
Yep.
Indulge us in a few more questions.
Again, start at the top. Who killed the first two, do you know?
I have no idea. I want to know that too.
That would be too easy if he could just tell us who it was. Why the warning letters, if indeed you were the one who sent them?
What are you talking about?
He seems to have no idea, which lends credence to our theory that somebody else wrote them. Why did you enter the TV?
I didn't know.
I never thought it would be that kind of place.
So he was throwing people into the TV, having no idea what would happen to them, thinking that they would be saved. But upon going in himself and seeing what became of Nanako, he realized the truth.
As I thought.
You believe me?
Did they find him? Did they find the one who did such cruel things?
Mayumi.
Please calm down. Our ability to find the culprit rests on you. We know about the other world. In fact, we're the only ones who can fully understand what you have to say.
Only you?
We did blame you for everything at first.
Seemed easy enough to do that.
But now I think we can accept whatever you got to tell us as truth.
Please.
Like, I feel like he shouldn't really be forgiven for taking Nanako with him into the TV, but at the same time, if we had let it end at him, then we wouldn't have known who was really responsible for this, and that person definitely needs to pay more than Namatame.
Tell us everything you can, calmly and slowly.
You're willing to listen? Do my story? All right.
Flashback time.
Soon after my affair with Mayumi became common knowledge, I returned to my parents' home, as if to run away from the scandal. And I started drinking heavily to drown my anxieties. I hadn't been able to reach Mayumi at all, and that didn't help either. Mayumi, where are you? She'd been disgraced on all the afternoon shows and forced to resign from the program she was on.
I think there was a little bit of talk of that at the beginning of the game. How she'd basically been blacklisted.
I caused her so much trouble. I wanted to at least apologize to her, but I couldn't even do that. I lost the will and energy to do anything. Then, one day, the rumor I heard some time ago came back to me. Since I had nothing better to do, I sat down blankly in front of the TV and watched my own reflection.
So the Midnight Channel rumor had been going on for some time before anybody was killed. Interesting.
And all of a sudden, there was Mayumi.
We never saw her on the Midnight Channel, because we didn't watch it for the first time until after she was dead.
Mayumi? Is that you? The Mayumi inside the TV looked as if she was calling to me for help. Mayumi? Mayumi! When I reached out unthinkingly to touch her, my arm disappeared into the TV, as if I had dipped it into a pool of water. I was so shocked that I lost my balance and nearly fell face first into the TV.
Interesting. So just like the main character, he was able to enter a TV before obtaining a persona.
I couldn't understand what just happened. I thought maybe I'd gone insane.
In fact, he never obtained a persona, but everybody else in this room, besides Namatame and Ayumu, needed a persona before they could enter the TV on their own.
In the end, I decided to think of it as just a dream, and I went back to the city the next day after finishing work. The next afternoon when I got to work, I was fired on the spot, as I expected. That wasn't what broke me, though. It was Mayumi being found dead. And not just that, but it had happened in my hometown. I was dumbstruck. But later on, I remember the image of Mayumi I'd seen that night. Was it not a dream? Could it really have been an SOS from Mayumi?
So he thought that the person who shows up on TV was like crying out for help, which I mean, I guess that's kind of true because we have had to save everyone who showed up on TV. But he interpreted it wrong because he ended up, as we know, putting people into the TV as a way of saving them, or so he thought.
I hadn't touched another TV because the first time was so terrifying, but I decided to try it again. And I confirmed that none of it was a dream. So that image, was it something Mayumi showed me, calling for help? That's how I felt.
And eventually, you learned of the Midnight Channel.
I remember that when Mayumi was alive, she was chasing a rumor about some bizarre TV program. I'd heard about it before, but I thought it was just an urban legend. But then Mayumi appeared on it, and later turned up dead. The more I thought about it, the harder it became to believe that the two events were unrelated. Soon after that, I came back to Inaba to answer the police's questions. I'd lost my job, and I wanted to know the truth of Mayumi's death for myself. Then, on another rainy night, someone else appeared on the Midnight Channel. It was a girl.
Saki Konishi.
She looked like she was calling for help, just like Mayumi. The first thing that came into my mind was, maybe this girl will be the next to die.
And that was Saki-senpai.
I'd been following all the news about Mayumi, so I noticed right away that she was the girl who found Mayumi's body. And if my hunch was right, she'd be the next victim. I didn't want her to die the way Mayumi did. So I desperately kept watching. I was consumed with the idea of rescuing her. Then, little by little, her image on the screen came into sharper focus.
It became sharper?
How did you find out it was her?
After I came back, my father couldn't bear to see me in such low spirits, and gave me a job with the family business. I met that girl when I delivered a package to the liquor store.
Okay, so he did meet with her before.
After agonizing over it, I decided to meet her, and told her to be careful. But that same night, on the TV, she looked as if she was being engulfed by some black shape. She was writhing in pain. That's why I warned her. Why won't she pick up the phone? Come on, please!
He saw both the victims on the Midnight Channel.
The next day, they found her dead.
Wasn't able to do anything to save either one of them. It's starting to come together how he started to think of himself as a savior.
I knew she was going to be murdered, but I couldn't save her. I blamed myself, thinking there must have been something I could have done. There was no one who depended on me. Nobody at work, not even my wife. Mayumi was the only one who accepted me for who I was. But she was murdered, and the same person killed another girl. I was I was beside myself. I couldn't forgive myself for doing nothing.
You really did love Miss Yamano.
Yes, from the bottom of my heart. Before I was married, my wife made it big in show business. I was happy for her, but it put a strain on our relationship.
I think I can kind of relate.
Yeah, I'm sure she can.
It was around that time when I met Mayumi. She was interviewing our candidate for the next election. She was a big-name announcer, but she only worked with local stations, and her attitude towards work was similar to mine. We both came from Inaba, so she was easy to talk to. I knew it was wrong, but I couldn't help getting intimate with her. She gave meaning to my life. Soon after Saki-san was found dead, yet another girl appeared on TV.
Yukiko.
That was you. She'll be kidnapped next, and murdered. I can't let her end up like Mayumi and that other girl. This time, I'm gonna do something. My opponent was a murderer who left no clues to his identity. I thought hard about what I could do to protect her from someone like that. I'll never convince her. If she gets suspicious and they arrest me, who'll save her then? The girl inside the TV looked as if she was smiling at me. And that's when it hit me. I apparently had the power to go through the TV screen to the other side. Then, what if I put her into the TV and give her shelter there before the killer gets her?
Seems like a decent idea in theory, but you did no research on what was on the other side of the TV, unfortunately.
What are you trying to tell me? That it's safe over there? Is that it? The girl inside the TV seemed to smile at me again. And I thought, no matter what kind of place it might be, it's better than being slaughtered.
Except that was the cause of the slaughtering, but you didn't know that.
Once things calmed down, I could just let her out again. If she's inside the TV, there's no way they can find her.
He says he like, I could just let her out again, but he never was the one who let anybody out. We were the one who rescued them all.
It felt as if everything was starting to come together in my mind. Could it be that Mayumi gave me that power to prevent any more victims from meeting her fate? Was it my mission to save people? But there was a big problem. If I explained the situation to the victim, they wouldn't understand. I had already tried that and failed miserably.
So that's when he got the idea to kidnap people instead.
It seemed the only thing I could do was to take them away. If that was my mission, I'd just have to do it. Or so I thought. Mayumi, please lend me your strength.
So, since you thought people who appeared on the Midnight Channel would be killed, you kidnapped us in order to save us.
Mission? Give me a break. You never stopped and wondered about any of this?
He should have given him more thought, yeah.
I thought I was the only one who could help them. I did call the police, but they didn't believe me. I knew the area well, thanks to my job. I had a large truck, and I could move around without suspicion. I thought my job as a delivery man would be the perfect cover for my mission. I thought no one else could do it. But are you telling me that I wasn't saving them?
Now you get it.
If a person is still within the TV world when the fog appears here, they will die. Beginning with Yukiko-san, the people you thought you had been saving were, in fact, in mortal peril.
Well, maybe we'll find out later, Ratmus.
It was my friends here who really saved us all.
I had a feeling that was it. When I went after that little girl and entered the TV myself, for the first time, I had some doubts about myself.
You refer to Nanako-chan, correct?
The police were after me, so I had to get away. But I still felt I needed to do everything I could to save that poor little girl. That's why I went in after her. But the TV world was completely different than I imagined. Such an abominable, grotesque place. I knew that the three of you who I saved went back to your normal lives, so I didn't realize how terrible that world was.
He said... I think this is actually a typo here. He says the three of you who I saved, but shouldn't it have been four? Yukiko, Kanji, Rise, and Naoto?
I never knew. You couldn't even get out of that place on your own. I thought I was going insane. I probably did. And you know the rest. When I came to, I was lying in a hospital bed.
You really were trying to save people.
But I ended up doing just the opposite. What a fool. I always wanted to enter the world of politics and become useful to society. But after losing my job and the woman I loved, all I had left was this power. I convinced myself that world was some sort of sanctuary, and I secretly believed myself to be a hero.
Yosuke.
I never doubted what I saw on TV, and believed everything was as I wanted it to be.
It's interesting seeing Yosuke's, like, silent reaction there, since at the beginning of the game, when we confronted Yosuke's shadow, we learned that, like, he found everything around here to be boring and just wanted some excitement and thought, like, hey, going into a TV world to save people, that, like, I could be some kind of hero. So he and Namatame's thinking were not so different from each other. Also, this is a pretty pertinent line right here. I never doubted what I saw on TV and believed everything was as I wanted it to be. We've noticed that happen a lot with people throughout the game.
I didn't think for myself at all. That's why I couldn't protect them.
People not thinking for themselves. What they hear on TV is, like, automatically what they assume to be correct.
I'm to blame for all of this.
Yeah, it's still unforgivable.
Yes, I agree. I have no intentions of running away from my crimes. I'm prepared to face the consequences.
Good. Nanako could have died because of what you did.
Kidnapping is already a serious crime. And on top of that, I put all those lives in danger. I'm sorry.
The Midnight Channel and the other world, you can hardly be blamed for failing to understand them properly. We must apologize to you as well. Had we let our emotions blind us to the truth, we would have piled all the responsibility on you.
True.
I guess from your point of view, people did stop dying once you started saving people.
Yeah, that's the thing. Nobody really understands the Midnight Channel in the TV world. Even Teddy doesn't, and he's from the TV world.
The more you did it, the more you really believed you were preventing their deaths.
I'm such a joke.
Whoa, he's M. Night Shyamalan? That's a twist.
sorry. I'm getting a little tired.
What are you all crammed in here for?
Well, we've been found out now.
My apologies. We'll be leaving now.
Wait. I beg you, please, find whoever's behind this. You children are the only ones who know about that world.
That's our plan.
It's all clear now. He never committed any murders.
Just kidnappings that thankfully didn't result in any murders, but very well could have.
It was another party who threw the first 2 victims into the TV.
You've taken another step toward the truth. Rank 3 with judgment.
Now get out of here! I told you, he's almost ready to be transported. We can't have anything else happen.
Well, I think we've gotten everything we needed to get out of him, so that's good that we got that done before we got caught.
Shh. I better not see you rascals here again.
Nanako.
Nanako-chan looks like she's in pain. She's fighting for dear life.
This was the last place we saw Teddy, right? He was so worried about her.
Yeah, that was where he disappeared.
How can he flake out like this when we have to find the real killer?
The police consider the matter closed. We'll have to do all the investigation from here on out. Let's revisit Saki-san and Miss Yamano's incidents and see if we can turn up fresh details.
But it's been over 6 months. Wouldn't the trail be cold by now?
Yeah, we've already seen like how quick people are to forget about stuff around town. 6 months is a long time. Or over 6 months, really, since it was in April.
I know, but we can't give up. We're the only ones who understand what's really going on. And you never know. People might remember some things now because they've had so much time to think about it. Let's split up and talk to people all over town tomorrow.
So yeah, we've got one more round of investigating to do in this game.
We'll meet up in the evening to discuss our findings.
I hope we can find out something about Teddy, too.
Tomorrow you'll all be going out to talk to people in town. Will this finally help uncover the information that will lead you to the true culprit? You decide to go home early today and get some rest. Alright, yeah, another day that lasts about an hour. Because that's just what this part of the game is like. Very story heavy. So I'm going to take a break, and then when I come back, we are going to get to this investigation. So be right back. Okay, I'm back. My mom did a very good job. I had a talk with her ahead of time, saying, like, I'm gonna be doing a stream tonight where it's gonna get very serious, and I don't want to do it if you're gonna be, like, cheering or screaming in the background. So I asked her, like, is there a day this week that would, where you're not gonna have, like, a game that you're that invested in? And she just told me, well, I can be quiet if you need me to, and the Niners and the Packers were playing today, which is a game she was invested in, because she hates the Niners and she likes the Packers. But, yeah, she was very quiet, and now she's going to bed, so it worked out. Alright, again, yeah, we can't do anything tonight. Go to bed early to prepare for the investigation. December 5th. Oh, I get... Is that normal? Like, you get the day the school was founded off in Japan? What if the day falls on a day that would normally be a vacation day anyway? You just get screwed. Well, we're gonna have to try. Because we can't go to the school today, right? Because it's closed. Yeah. Alright, so let's just go around and talk to everyone. There's, like, the guide lists, like, all the people that you're supposed to talk to, and then, like, who you have to talk to next after you talk to all of those people. I'll refer to it if I need to, but right now, I'll just go around and talk to everyone I see about those murders. Did something happen? Wow, you've forgotten. Yeah, it was a pretty big deal. Okay, I think eventually we're gonna have to come back and, like, talk to people again. But right now, we'll just talk to them once. Sure, it does seem like it was a long time ago. Yeah, who's gonna remember something from that far back anyway? Even though this is a small town, and... like, I don't know, I would feel pretty unsafe if I knew there was a murder going on in a small town like this. Yeah, well, I mean, we've got our glasses if we need them. We've already determined that we can see just fine through the fog with them. What's up with this person? Biological weapon. Junes is responsible. There we go. We've solved the case. Junes was actually responsible for everything that's happened. Sorry, Nanako. Yeah, that was pretty funny when that person showed up. The country of Junes. Junes did 9/11. I don't think you can get any info from the shop owners. Let's put out the pilot light in his forge. Okay, yeah, he doesn't say anything useful about the murders. And I don't think I have any... yeah, I don't have any stickers. Guess we Can't talk to Rise's grandma. Old man diarrhea. He didn't even see me with the fog and all. Go ahead and go into Shiroku's store too and talk to her, even though it probably doesn't do anything. You've been feeling poorly, huh? Basically, no one is benefiting from this fog. Looks like diarrhea. Oh, I can get more soda today. Yeah, I'd buy Sundrop if I could. The thing about that lady, she's even worse in Golden, because you can explore the town at night, and apparently she turns the store into a nightclub for some reason. I don't really know why they added that to the game, and then she's like wearing like nightclub attire, and it's like, okay, I didn't really need to see you wearing that. What type of guy she's into? You're looking at him! Okay, you have nothing useful for me. Yeah, it seemed like a lot of people who went to Junes paid attention to Teddy at the time, but, yeah, he made an impact. Hanako in the swimsuit contest. Where the heck could he have gone, indeed? You can't, like, go into the diner, can you? No. How about Sozai Daigaku? No, I don't want to buy anything. Everyone just forgets it so easily. But rumors they hear from friends and TV get remembered for a long time. Can't go to the shrine, can I? No. And I'm guessing they're talking about... is she talking about Kubo or Namatame? Okay, they were talking about Namatame. Is it true that there were no other suspicious individuals? Perhaps you should ask someone else about this. If there's Mr. Deplorable. So now we can start asking people a different question. Recall anyone suspicious? Okay. Poison, poison. Well, here's someone with a gas mask. It seems like people haven't noticed anyone else. Talk to the other people and ask them this question now. Yeah, in Golden, he like totally gets redeemed for it. And I'm just like, No, you still did something terrible, even if you didn't mean any harm. Like, that's not an excuse in the eyes of the law. The extra character in Golden, her name is Marie. Nope, don't think so. You have anything? Oh, no, I didn't want to ask him that same question. Recall anyone suspicious? Nope. Except for you, who's interrupting my conversation with Rosette. Even though he shot and killed Abe Lincoln, wow. Yeah, I don't like her personality, and I don't like the role in the story that she plays. She kind of takes over everything when there was never a character needed to fulfill that kind of role in the first place. But not everyone agrees, I guess. I think Xander likes her. I don't think talking to my party members at this point get me anything right now. Luna. No, I didn't stutter. You would think people would remember, but you don't know. Okay, let's go somewhere else. Poison milk to school children. Friend was saying she saw someone wandering around the shopping district, okay. Okay, so I guess I have to go back to the shopping district and find someone who wasn't there before. Yes, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Unless her friend is someone that we already talked to before. Okay, yeah, there's nobody new here. It might be that student who was back at the South who was talking to Yosuke, I think. Yeah, I'm curious what you end up thinking of it, Luna, if you play it yourself. Yeah, this girl. So, yeah, someone told you that I saw a suspicious person? Yeah. Namatame person came to her one day and started spouting all this craziness. Yeah, she didn't really believe Namatame. Okay, so if he and Saki were not involved in any kind of questionable relationship. The thing about making advances on Saki was a misunderstanding. Yeah, I personally feel like they did a way better job with the added characters in Royal. I think we get the exact same dialogue here. Okay. See, I think at some point you're supposed to talk to one of your party members. But I haven't gone to the floodplain yet, so I might have to do that. Okay, yeah, I'll go to the floodplain. Actually, let's go back to Junes real quick. Talk to that first girl who told me about her friend. No, it's just the same dialogue as before. Yes, I'll worry about that quest later. We got more important things to find out right now. Oh, there's nobody down here. We heard about someone who got in an accident from NPCs before. This might be the same incident because of the fog. Nope. You know anything, cat? You know anything, cat? Oh yeah, I can give this cat my my fish now. Oh, and then now we got our prize, Soma. Awesome, so we have done all the fishing that we need to do in this game. It is these 4 quests right here are the only ones that are left. Ask the fish. If there was anyone strange walking around, everyone would know about it right quick. Doesn't look like you'll find any more information on a suspicious person. Can you ask anything else? No. This might be the part where we need to go back and talk to one of our party members. Oh, I could go to the Dojima residence, too. Naoto's not saying anything different. You're still here. My mother-in-law wouldn't eat anything I cooked. We got a lot of bait from you, though. Okay, we can still get bait from her, apparently. Okay. Let's see what the guide says at this point. Like, I know I'll eventually figure out what to do if I just talk to everybody again, but... Oh, is that what the deal is? Like, you need to say about those murders and recall anyone suspicious to everybody? And I didn't do that to everybody. I think everybody south of here I asked about those murders to. I was talking to Skyblazer about that. He was thinking that maybe Charles Martinet will do Wario and Waluigi's voices. Yeah, the whole Sonic thing. This guy just talks about the quest. What if Danny DeVito is Wario? All I remember is that something happened. It doesn't look like you'll find any more information on the incidents last spring. You've gathered as much information as you could, yeah, so you just have to talk to all the people that you can ask those questions to, and you have to ask both questions to them. There was nothing involving talking to one of my party members about that. Chinese diner Aya, going to the meat dimension.
Seriously pooped. This stuff's a lot harder when you don't have a badge to flash. I walked around all day and didn't hear anything good.
It was the same for me. There was absolutely no talk about the case whatsoever, let alone the true culprit.
Donkey Kong.
Ditto for me. Actually, in my case, I kept getting bombarded with questions and couldn't get them onto the main subject at all. The killer must be pretty good to have pulled this off without being seen by anyone in this small town.
What should we do?
Yeah, he does.
Well, one steak bowl, please.
GA is certainly not going to pass up the opportunity to get some steak.
That's not what I meant. But then again, I guess we might as well take a break. I'll have a crab and egg fried rice.
I'll have roast pork ramen with extra noodles.
All of this sounds real good. Not gonna lie.
Now that our tummies are full, let's share what we learned, even if it wasn't much.
Spoke with everyone about the information you gathered today.
So, to sum up, there really was no new information. The end?
Well, that was real successful. Good job, guys. Let's go home.
The police had an unusually large number of officers in their initial investigation of the first two incidents. To find facts that even they overlooked would be difficult indeed, now that over half a year has passed. There wasn't a single report of suspicious persons being witnessed to begin with. Miss Yamano had ardent fans, whereas Saki-san didn't, but otherwise the conditions are the same.
You know, every time I tried to ask about the case, everyone ignored me and kept ranting about the damn fog.
You know, all they care about is what's right in front of them.
Yeah, that or the Midnight Channel. I asked around about Teddy too, but no one's seen him. Gee, I wonder where he could have gone.
Do you have anything, Naoto? Any new, deductions?
Without any new data to work with, there isn't much I can do. But there must be someone in town who meets all the criteria for this case. The killer must have a connection to both Saki-san and Miss Yamano, as well as be in a position to observe our actions periodically to some extent. Finally, it must be someone who could approach Senpai's house without arousing suspicion.
These are all real good points.
I need some fresh air before I give it more thought. I'll be outside.
Just sitting here won't help you think any better. You'll also go outside.
It's snowing. No wonder it's chilly.
It's freezing out here. Maybe this'll help clear my head and get my deductive muscles flexing.
I never saw that, Ratmus.
Hey, is it snowing? Too bad the fog's so thick. The snow just gets lost in it.
There must be something that's been overlooked. It's urgent that you get over the roadblock facing you. The clues you need must already be in your hands.
What's the matter?
Should go over everything you know one more time. The culprit had some sort of connection with both Mayumi Yamano and Saki Konishi. And judging by the warning letters, the culprit most likely knows about what you did about the other side and what you did there. You made a Nanako command. It's highly likely that they also knew what Namatame was doing and stood back to watch. Who would know all these things? Another oddity about the case is that there were almost no witnesses. Both warning letters seem to have been delivered directly to your house, but no one saw anything suspicious. No one unusual was seen around Mayumi Yamano or Saki Konishi either, despite the police dispatching an unusually high number of officers to perform a thorough investigation. Someone in this small town who fits all the facts. The person who seems to be the most likely culprit is... I love that the game makes you figure this out for yourself, because the first time I played this, I still didn't know. So at this point, it was like, okay, let's run through all these names and think about who it's likely to be. And they list pretty much everybody who's important here. Like, these are our party members right here. I would ask if there's anyone in chat who doesn't know who the culprit is, who wants to make a guess, but I imagine everyone here either has played the game before and knows because of that, or looked it up, or whatever. So we got the Dojimas, we got Adachi, we got Namatame, Mayumi Yamano, Saki Konishi, Kinshiro Morooka, even the people who are dead are listed here. Mitsuo Kubo, the copycat killer. Misuzu Hiragi, Namatame's wife. Noriko Kashiwagi, our homeroom teacher. Hanako. Our social links, Ko, and Daisuke, the sports bros. Are you just saying that because she's kind of a shitty person? Naoki, Hisano, Sayoko, Shu, Ayane, Eri, think once again. So, you actually get 3 chances to get this right. If you don't, then you get a bad ending. This bad ending, like, I'm okay with this one, because the game really has given you enough information to make a deduction now. But let's, just for the hell of it, since Ratmus said Hanako, let's see what happens if we choose her. What does it say? If you assume that she has the ability to enter the TV, it's not impossible that she could be the culprit. However, there's no reason to suspect her either. Okay, yeah, so it doesn't say a whole lot about her. So I think the most important piece of information... Jesus, Rock. I think the most important piece of information of the things that we've kind of gone over here is that it's someone who could approach our house without suspicion. And we can pretty much eliminate our party members who have been helping us out. And you can probably eliminate any of the victims, too. Now, it's interesting that Dojima, at some point during development in this game, was actually going to be the culprit. But they changed it. They decided that having someone that you're living with the entire time be the culprit was too dark. Yeah, it was Nanako all along. People have made jokes about that. But he may not have been living with us, but Adachi did come to our house on a number of occasions. He could approach our house and deliver letters without suspicion. And he's a member of the police force, so he kind of has an in there. It would make it easy for him to observe our actions. If you look only at the circumstances, you can't completely rule out that possibility. Yeah, Nanako would have let him in. Although he was not the kidnapper, we know that Namatame was the one who was actually kidnapping people. But we also know that Namatame didn't kill the first 2 people. Yeah, freaking Renee. He would have been able to approach your house with ease, and he knows the area well. You encountered him many times while investigating the case. Yeah, he tended to often just let details about the case slip to us. Which, I mean, you can easily write that off as just him being incompetent, but... There's no exact reason to doubt him, but something is bothering you.
Huh? What about him?
Detective Adachi. A member of the police force. That is an interesting approach. It would certainly explain the lack of witness reports. It's the same reason no one ever reported seeing Namatame's truck.
Yeah, kind of like that hiding in plain sight sort of thing.
This is a small town, so everyone must have known who he is. And since he's a detective, people definitely wouldn't have thought of him as being suspicious.
Oh hey, Alexi, welcome.
In fact, he could use his position to his advantage and hide critical information.
It would have, yeah, Luna.
Huh. Well, if you think of it that way, I guess it's possible. But we're talking about Adachi here, right?
Yeah, is he even capable of committing murder? We've seen the guy before. He seems like he doesn't really know how to do much of anything right.
I mean, really? Adachi? He's your textbook lousy detective. Are we really on the right track here?
Actually, regarding Detective Adachi...
Cue the piano.
I'm not sure how to put it, but there's something that's been bothering me about him for some time now.
Yeah, I can't even imagine what kind of reason he would have for doing that. And I was kind of wondering that myself, like, during development, when he was planned to be the culprit, would Nanako have still been a victim? Or did they add that after they changed it to Namatame being the one throwing people into TV and Adachi being the one behind it?
Yeah?
Perhaps it's just my imagination, so I shouldn't speak too...
It's cold. I think we've cooled down enough here. Let's go back in.
Let's go tell everyone what we're thinking.
Adachi-san?
It's real hard to believe. But I remember that moment I played this game for the first time and thought, huh, Adachi? Maybe? And then I selected it and the game's like, yep, good job, he got it.
That can't be. I mean, he said he came to escort Ms. Yamano and...
What? Was he at your inn when the announcer was staying there?
Naoto didn't know that. Naoto didn't get involved until after that.
When Ms. Yamano was staying at our inn, the media were swarming all over it. That's when Adachi-san arrived, saying he'd been assigned to guard her. He told our waitress that fame could be rough.
Guard her? He didn't spend the night there?
Huh. I wonder if he knew Ms. Yamano.
Yeah, it's got to be somebody who had a connection to both Yamano and Sakiko Nishi.
I don't know about that, but I heard he did call out to a girl in my class.
Whoa, really?
I found out this afternoon.
You just found that out, Kanji?
But I thought, that's just how cops are. So I didn't think it had anything to do with the case.
True, he gets approached by cops all the time, so he thinks that's probably just normal behavior. It's my favorite Persona too, Alexi. I've been wanting to stream this game for a really long time, and I only finally got around to doing it.
Detective Adachi also questioned Saki-san, the one who found the announcer's body, on numerous occasions.
Yeah, that is some information that we knew.
I heard it was because there was so little information about the case at the time, but it's certainly unusual to question someone with as strong an alibi as hers multiple times.
Then you think he had something else on his mind?
Yeah, that's true. And then, like, the traitor in 3, I mean, he's there the entire time, but I don't know if I'd say you ever really become friends with him, so, again, not someone you're super close with.
And that something is what connects those two victims to Adachi-san? Come to think of it, we've been running into that guy a lot, in all sorts of places.
We sure have.
And every time he'd tell us what the police were doing before saying, oops, I said too much and clamming up.
Why on earth would he give us so much information, aside from just being a goof and tripping up?
Was that all to throw us off the trail?
Oh my god, Luna, that would really hurt. I don't know how I would feel about that.
It would be no problem for him to drop that warning letter into your mailbox either. Not to mention the fact that he can destroy any evidence that might point to him.
Yeah, as shitty as that would be for a police officer to destroy evidence, he has the ability to do that. Various peculiarities have begun to cast a suspicious shadow on Adachi.
Then, is it really Adachi-san?
We need to confirm this.
This is still only a tentative theory. We should work to confirm it as soon as possible. This is Naoto Shirogane. Something has occurred to me about the case, and I'd like to get Detective Adachi's input on it. Huh? The transport? It's right now?
Oh, shit.
Right, I see. Thank you. What was that about a transport? Detective Adachi is headed to the hospital to prepare for Namatame's relocation. We must head there at once.
Alright, we can find out right now if he's the culprit. Rank 4. SMT is good with that type of impact betrayals. And there he is.
Huh? What are you guys doing here? Hey, do you know where Dojima-san went? They told me he snuck out of his room again.
I assure you, we've made it clear to him several times that he needs to stay put, but he keeps going off on his own.
Hopefully not to go murder Namatame like he did before. Because now we know that Namatame's not the one who killed the first two victims.
Jeez, with Namatame finally relocated, I was looking forward to going home.
So, he's been relocated. I've been wondering, you seem to be in a terrible hurry to get him out of this hospital.
Same, Alexei, but prior to this point, I did not suspect him whatsoever. It wasn't until the game made me choose someone as a suspect that I was like, huh, I guess it could possibly be him. He would have the ability to.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, we can't leave him here with Dojima-san and Nanako-chan around. Didn't you guys think so too? Hey, what are you doing here anyway? Nanako-chan's room is in the other wing. Don't you think you should leave before Dojima-san finds you? If he catches you, he'll start pestering you again.
Seem awfully quick to get us out of here. Oh, there he is.
Adachi, where's Namatame? There's been a lot of noise today for some reason.
Dojima-san, what are you doing here? Namatame's already been relocated. I was looking for you so I could tell you that.
You did what? Who authorized that? There's still more I need to ask him about.
Give me a break, Dojima-san.
Those first two murders have been bothering me. His motives are shaky and his alibi is rock solid. We closed a lot of loopholes on the basis of his testimony. But that part's still nagging at me.
Is this more of your detective's intuition? He's already been relocated. It's no use hassling me about it. And you kids should really get home too. You're gonna get in the way of police business.
And when have you ever been concerned about that before, Adachi?
What's gotten into you today? It's odd to see you taking work so seriously.
Exactly. There's something weird about your behavior right now.
Come on! I'm always giving 110% when it comes to the job. You should get back to work too, Dojima-san. Your current assignment? Get better as soon as possible.
What are you all doing here?
We came to confirm something with Adachi-san.
You should question Adachi about when Yamano vanished.
The time the announcer went missing? I can't say for sure offhand. It's not like I saw her or anything.
It's not like you saw her, huh?
That was months and months ago, too. My memory's kinda hazy that far back.
Okay, what about Saki?
Why wouldn't I question her? She discovered the announcer's body. But she didn't know much about it, so I only talked with her once or twice. Was that all you wanted to ask? Well, I hope it helped.
Well, if he was the murderer, he seems to be doing a good job of covering for himself. There's still something you need to question him about. The warning letter.
Warning letter? The one that was delivered to his house. It's in police custody now, correct?
I don't really remember.
Hey, what do you mean you don't remember? I gave it to you to take down to the crime lab for processing. You're telling me you forgot?
I'm sorry. Your accident was right after that, and what with one thing and another, it sort of slipped my mind.
Again, this is something that you could kind of just chalk up to him being incompetent like usual.
Besides, that thing was just a prank, wasn't it? Jeez, what are you asking me all this for? For crying out loud, what's this all supposed to be about? Dojima-san, you really need to get back to your bed. That's why your wounds aren't healing. And you all need to go home right now. Do you have any idea what time it is? I'm going back. I need to get to the station and report in.
Just one more thing, please.
It did have cranberries on it. Yeah, I figured if it was a Thanksgiving sandwich, it probably had cranberries on it.
We know for certain now that the first two murders weren't Namatame's doing. Someone else killed them. Adachi-san, do you have any idea who that might be?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
'Cause we think it might have been you.
Kanji going straight for the jugular.
What? That's ridiculous. We already know Namatame's the one who put them all in.
Say that again? Put them all in? The police didn't know anything about the murderer's methods.
Put them all in. What's this putting them in business? Do you know something about the method behind their murders? Don't tell me that all that talk about TVs and whatnot from before was...
I see. Now I finally understand.
He done fucked up.
To tell the truth, Adachi-san, I've been fixated on something you once said. Before, I didn't know why, only that it sounded a wrong note to me. Do you recall when I read Namatame's diary? At the scene of Dojima-san's accident. At the time, I said, even the victims who survived and were never released to the public are written here. And in response, your words were, wow, then that settles it. How, I wonder, would that settle anything? At the time, the police had no idea that there had been other attempted murders related to the case.
Just that there had been missing people who later got found. This is something that I feel is really easy to overlook, but leave it to Naoto to pick up on it.
You had no reason to say such a thing. After all, there are countless examples of people disappearing for a few days. Yet when I read the list of names, you raised no objection. Odd, that. What do you say to that, Detective Adachi?
I don't know. I said I'm busy.
Oh, I'm getting the fuck out of here, bye.
Wait, you son of a bitch!
Adachi! Ah, damn it! Adachi!
Back to Namatame's hospital room.
What the? I swear he ran this way.
Damn it! Where the hell did he go?
Well, unless he jumped out the window like Namatame was trying to do, there's really only one place he could have gone.
Did you find him? I contacted security. Nobody's seen Adachi, and there's no record of anyone leaving this area. So he must be still in this ward somewhere.
He's still here? But we looked! We didn't find him anywhere.
That bastard.
Dojima-san? For heaven's sake, what are we going to do with you?
Sorry. I got carried away.
Do you even want to get better? If you keep this up, there could be lasting damages. Have you forgotten how much trouble it caused you last time?
You're right. Sorry.
Get back to your room.
You've got to find Adachi. I need to square this away with him. Please.
Leave it to us.
He hasn't left this ward yet? I don't think he would. But could he have...
You would think that the murderer would not go into the TV himself if he knows that people die if they're left in there, but if he had nowhere else to run...
Yeah, I think so. If he's the killer, he can go through, right?
Just like Ayumu and Namatame.
You mean he went in through here?
We searched every inch in the direction he ran off. There's nowhere to hide. I don't think we could have missed him.
He was cornered. It's highly probable that he escaped there. If he does indeed turn up on the other side, that should prove beyond a doubt that he is the true culprit.
Damn. So I guess we were right. What do we do now?
We can't go in from here. We gotta go in from the same place that we go in before if we want to have any chance of finding him. We've always been told that it's too dangerous to go in from other TVs.
I think it's too dangerous to go in from here.
Alright, see you, Ratmus.
We're not 100% positive he used this TV, and on top of that, we don't know where it might lead. Let's go in from Junes like always. It'll be fine. So long as we're ready for him, we'll crush that jerk in one strike.
Not all that different from what Yukiko said for that omelet contest to Rise. The extremely suspicious Detective Adachi. You've taken another step closer to the truth. Just like that, we started this social link 2 days ago in game, and now we're already halfway through it. Yep, it was Tracy Rooney in the original, and she hasn't really done any voice acting since this game, or at least like it wasn't that long after this game that she stopped doing voice acting. And so she got replaced by Aaron Fitzgerald in Golden. Split up for today and you all went back home. So we get another chance to save. Tomorrow we go into the TV world and see if we can find Adachi. Once again, we can't do anything else today. A lot has happened today. Let's sleep. An empty velvet room. Or wait a second, Teddy's there. Like just a faint image of him, though. Oh, now he shows up in full. So that's where you went off to. Yeah, that moment, that scene where we saw Teddy and he didn't know where he was, you could see a road underneath him, and the outside looked very much like the outside of the limo does when it's moving. So somehow he ended up here.
Where am I?
But again, the game doesn't really explain it.
Sensei? Why are you here?
It's kind of the one major hole that I wish they had spent a little more time on in this game. I could ask you the same.
I see. How mysterious. There are so many things I don't know about. But I did realize something. I've been thinking all this time about who I really am. But I couldn't find the answer. I was no one from the start. Humans live in the other world, and shadows live in this world. From the beginning, that's all there was to it. I was just a shadow in that world.
This was something I had definitely had suspected for quite a while about Teddy, that he was a shadow, even though it's kind of interesting because he also had a shadow that we fought in Rise's dungeon. But he developed enough of his own personality so that even though he is a shadow, he also had a shadow.
I figured something out. That day at the hospital, I realized that I really can't do anything. As soon as I thought that, I lost consciousness. Then when I woke up, I was inside the fog. Shadows can't stay in the human world. They aren't allowed.
But you're more than a shadow now.
I walked and walked, but there was nothing all around me. Just when I started thinking that I couldn't go anywhere, I heard the noise of a car. And then I was here. I remember lots of things now. My world is a place shaped by human thoughts.
Which makes sense, because all the dungeons that we've gone into are basically created by the person who gets thrown in, their suppressed thoughts and whatnot.
One day, a shadow living in that world awakened to human emotions. But humans and shadows are completely different entities. So he made himself forget that he was a shadow.
So he was the cause of his own memory loss.
He wanted to forget. He wanted people to like him. And that's how he came to look like this. I really am stupid. What the other Teddy said before, in the end, it was all true. No matter how much I search for myself, I have no self. There was no me to begin with. I'm just a shadow that took a different form so humans would like me.
No, you're not stupid.
It would have been better if I had never remembered. But I did.
Stupe's like, I resent that.
Probably turn back to a regular shadow soon. Oh yeah, Sensei. One day, when you meet Nana-chan in heaven, apologize for me.
He doesn't know yet that she's alive.
Tell her, I'm sorry I couldn't do anything. Tell her, I'm really sorry.
You saved her. We don't really know how, but you did somehow. You were the one who was in the hospital room with her, and then you disappeared, and she came back to life.
Huh? Really? Nana-chan's... Wow, that's wonderful. I'm so glad. Glad that I could at least hear that.
Yeah, and it's not the only Persona game that was on PS2. Persona 3 also was.
My heart feels so much lighter now. I'm starting to feel sleepy.
Sky Kid, whoa.
What a strange place. It feels so soothing. It's not like my world. Something just feels so nostalgic about this place.
I mean, I do like 3 as well. I've certainly learned to appreciate it more. But yeah, 4 was my first Persona game, and it remains my favorite.
Could this be your dream world, Sensei?
So Teddy's popping up in our dream world now? Something like that.
Aha. But I wonder why I met you here. What am I supposed to do now?
Let's move on together.
But I don't know what to look for, or how to find it. No matter how hard I think, there's too many things my little brain can't understand.
Yeah, I kinda, I guess. Even though 5 was on PS3 and 4. But, yeah, it's that same kind of thing where it's like the first two, it's like, I know 1 and 2 have their fans, but I just don't really have any motivation to play them. Whereas 3 and 5 are just all, like, amazing to me. You started with Royal, gotcha. A lot of people seem to have started with Royal.
to understand one thing now. I'm glad that I met you, Sensei.
It did, yeah. This game, again, this game came out in 2008. The PS3 was already out for, I want to say a couple years at this point. But the PS2 had an extremely long lifespan. Most consoles do not last as long as the PS2 did. And at last, we max out Teddy. Hello. The Light Bearer. It's not likely that I will get to a high enough level to be able to actually fuse Hel-El.
This is your place. It doesn't seem like somewhere that I'd be allowed to stay.
Then come back to the real world, damn it.
Goodbye, Sensei.
And suddenly Igor and Margaret are there again.
It seems the words in your memory weren't the only things you summoned here. This is a room for guests who have an ego that can be nurtured.
Like Teddy, he's no longer merely a shadow.
Shadows, mere fragments broken off from the ego, have no place here. The water's strength has moved a single stone that had stopped, returning it once again into the flow. Very interesting.
Yeah, Golden's kind of funny because originally it was only on the Vita, and for a long time, people thought of it as the only reason to get a Vita. And now that it's on Steam, it's like nobody cares about the Vita anymore. Okay, that's good, Rock. Yeah, after hearing about the ones that had followed you and Cobra today, I was wondering if they were gonna follow me, and, well, I certainly would not want to have alerts on during this stream of all streams, because if they did start following, that it would get really out of hand. DK cares about the Vita. Well, I don't know what to say.
It's about time we departed once again. This vehicle is still on its journey. There is no reason to tarry here for long. Margaret?
We're ready to go. Let us depart.
So the limo continues moving.
You are every inch the guest I had anticipated. Now, it's time for you to return. I am even more intrigued now as to where this is all headed.
We'll be waiting for your next visit.
Oh, really, Alexi? Even though it's on Steam now? December 6th. It's been over 3 hours of streaming, and we've only gotten through 3 days in game.
How did it go? Did you find Teddy?
Oh, okay, you're saying he did buy the Vita for Persona 4 Golden. Not that... I first read that as he's going to buy a Vita for Golden. Yeah, I don't know if I'll... Because that kind of... What do you even get for that fishing again? Let me look this up real quick. Uzume robe? What does that do? Well, okay, that is pretty fucking good. 310 defense, 33 evasion, and plus 100 HP. Yeah, we'll see if I can get it.
No, and no one's seen him either.
And what it says on the spreadsheet by fishing, what I really mean is I don't have to do the fishing on that particular day. And I think I'm going to get all the social links done with a little bit of time to spare, so maybe I'll be able to do some fishing during those days that I've got nothing else to do.
Oh, that annoying little furball! Just when we're at a turning point in the case, too.
We have no choice. Let's pursue Adachi for now.
Okay. Let's see what we find here.
Whoa! Look how dense this fog is. It's gotten even worse than before.
What the? There's this malicious aura everywhere. It feels completely different from the last time I was here.
Even with our glasses on, the fog is not completely clear.
I think we'd better hurry. Give me a sec to try finding Adachi.
Does this mean both this world and ours are getting messed up?
Our glasses work on the fog on the other side. It can't be normal. And I heard more people are falling ill because of the fog. I wonder what's going to happen.
I sense him. Adachi's definitely in here.
Are you serious? Which way?
Hold on.
So he did come to this side. Well, that settles it. There's virtually no doubt remaining that he's the true culprit. Once we capture him, solving the mystery of this world and the rest of the case can't be far behind.
Then maybe we'll find out where Teddy came from, too. Man, where is that bear anyway?
Well, I can say for sure he's not here.
So yeah, we saw Teddy in the Velvet Room, but he apparently didn't go back to the TV world.
And I know Adachi is here, but I can't track him down myself.
Shit.
Gee, Ted, why aren't you here when we need you most?
Nanako, oh.
This place.
Teddy's back.
Huh. I see. I came back. But it really doesn't matter. I'm completely useless. Nana-chan, I'm so sorry.
Teddy?
Nanako's gonna get him out of his funk. Leave it to her.
It is you, Teddy. I heard your voice. You said, hang in there. I heard my big bro and everyone else too.
Nana-chan! Hold on! I'll get the doctor!
It seems she's asleep again.
Nana-chan told me that she heard my voice. She heard me say, "Hang in there."
It could be that her frankly miraculous recovery was because everyone's voices reached her.
I don't know, like, how often that sort of thing happens in real life, but I know that sort of thing gets used in fiction a lot. Where, like, someone hears someone's voice from basically beyond the grave.
Even unconscious, people are capable of hearing others' voices.
My voice. And theirs too. Everyone.
In any case, there are too many things we don't understand about her condition and what caused it. We're doing our best, but it's difficult when everything about her illness is a total unknown.
Unknown.
Well, if anything happens, please send for me.
If I'm an unknown being, then the way I can change is unknown too. So all I have to do is make them not unknown.
It's a very basic way of thinking about it, but hey, if it works for him.
Nana-chan's doing her best. Sensei and the others are probably fighting now too. I'm just a shadow. But Nana-chan cheered up when she heard my voice. So what if I'm just a shadow? There must be something I can do.
There you go.
I can't just give up thinking about things. That's why I came back here. Right, Nana-chan?
And now he gets his second awakening. I remember when Bunny played this, she was worried that, like, Teddy was gonna be gone forever because he hit max rank but did not get a second awakening. Kamui.
Right. I need to get back to the others. Hang in there, Nana-chan. I'll be back soon.
As I've said before, Nanako is the emotional core of this game.
It's no use. I can only tell that Adachi is here, not his exact location.
Rise-chan.
If only Teddy was with us.
Didn't he say his nose is practically useless now? And could he even help us find that bastard?
Nope. He'd be no help at all. But he was always there to support me whenever.
That bear's a loudmouth, but he's nice to have around. He's always so full of energy.
He's lighthearted and always optimistic.
I'm alright. I just got a little dizzy. The fog's so dense, it's hard to see through it.
Why don't we call it a day? It won't do us any good if you collapse.
I agree. If Rise-san became fatigued, even if we found Adachi, our capacity in battle would be reduced. Moreover, it's almost nighttime. We should return to our world for the present.
Why is Naoto not wearing her glasses right now, by the way? I just noticed that.
Damn it! We came so far to run smack into a dead end.
I know he's in there too. What's wrong with me? My powers are completely useless. Teddy?
There he is.
You little... Where the hell were you? I'm sorry.
He's definitely one of those characters who's like, yeah, he's obnoxious at times, but when he's not around, you do miss him.
Rise-chan? Are you faking?
No, stupid!
Sorry.
I think a lot of people who heard Golden Chie's voice first think that she is better, yeah. I am more used to the one in the original version.
I want to help you all again.
You know how much trouble you caused, you dumb bear? Where the hell were you?
I'm sorry. I figured out a lot of things. Stuff about me and that world.
Teddy's voice actor is also different, but he sounds a lot more similar to the original in Golden.
I wanted to tell you all.
And I'm dropping some frames. Listen to Teddy's confession since he finally understands who he really is. That he was only a shadow. And that though he was at his wit's end, he was able to come back to your world.
A shadow? You mean you're one of those things we've been fighting?
Yep. Just like the ones you all know about. Shadows are suppressed human thoughts given form. Everyone has them inside.
Wait, you say you're a shadow, but you didn't attack us. And you kept telling us from the start that you wanted to bring peace and quiet back to that world, right?
But in the end, I was just an ordinary shadow. Nothing special about me at all. I did everything I could until now to try and make my world peaceful.
Welcome back, Rock. Sorry I'm dropping frames.
But instead, the weird fog started seeping out into this world, too. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. If I really was special, then maybe...
It's no big deal. I mean, we weren't expecting much from you in the first place. And about you being a shadow, we pretty much figured you were something like that anyway.
Huh? What are you saying? Here I am, pouring my heart out to you, and you say you thought I was something like that anyway? No normal person would think such a pretty bear could really be a shadow.
So what's the problem with being a shadow?
It's true that you may have been born that way, but you now possess the power of persona. A shadow is suppressed power. Once controlled by the ego, it becomes a persona.
A shadow that had its own shadow, and now a shadow that has its own persona.
Doesn't it follow, then, that you must have developed an ego?
And like Igor said, like, this place is only for those with an ego. Shadows have no place here, but yet Teddy was able to be there.
Whether the ego masters its shadow, or the shadow awakens to its ego.
Yes, Shadowception.
The only difference I see is the order in which the process occurred.
Oh, Teddy's practically human then.
I'm the same as humans?
You keep trying to figure out who you are, just like all of us here. You can't do much on your own. You really aren't that special. See? What's so different between you and us?
Up to 4,000 frames now. I was at like 300 drop frames before this avalanche of dropped frames started happening. He's got quite the ugly cry.
Thank you. I'm so glad I met you guys.
The rest of us were pretty much a group of misfits to begin with, too, right?
Yep.
You fit right in, man.
I beg your pardon? Who are you calling a misfit?
Naoto's like, the fuck you just say?
Isn't that just you, Senpai?
Hey, that's not something a detective would say. Or an idol either. Gee, stop crying, will ya? Now's not the time for that. While you were gone, we figured out who murdered the announcer and Senpai.
Yeah, Teddy hasn't even heard about Adachi yet.
It was Adachi.
Huh?
Adachi? That total goofball? Wow, I didn't notice at all. Looks like I'm pretty blind to that sort of thing.
I mean, none of us noticed, so...
But you all know him. If you can't find someone like that, I don't think I can help you.
Like I said, we're not expecting much from you.
Well, the main thing is, it's hard to get pumped about this without someone nice and fuzzy around.
Of course Kanji would say that.
Yeah, what Kanji said.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
All right, now that the band's back together, let's take it from the top. Starting tomorrow.
It's been a while, but I'll do my best to look for him too. Leave it to Fuzzy.
You've taken another step toward the truth. Rank 6. Since you'll start fresh again tomorrow, each of you decided to go home for today. So now the frames stop dropping. Tomorrow's gonna be another long day, so I kind of feel like I probably shouldn't do it tonight. But it'll be the last day of this, like, series of really story-heavy days. I kind of wanted to get through it tonight, but just looking at how late it is now, I feel like I should save it for tomorrow. That's fine. We got through most of the really heavy stuff. But yeah, tomorrow will be another important day as well. And then we'll, like, get back to the regular routine of this game. Try to get through what social links are left. And at some point I have to do those last 4 quests off stream. Can't do that right now since I don't have the ability to go into the TV right now. So yeah, I think I'll end it here. 3.5 hours is pretty good, I'd say. So yeah, we'll resume tomorrow. And keep on moving forward. So that's all for now. Thanks guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good night.